I think I'm at the point now where I'm not interested in whether another person believes it or not.
You have to keep an open mind. I just don't rule out anything anymore. It's not that I believe everything, but you're a fool to rule things out.
I can understand why people might think it's not true, because at times I've got to pinch myself to remind myself it's true.
And so sometimes I look back and I think, really experience that? Because it still isn't easy to talk to people about something like this. I'm Liz Bolter. I messaged a friend of mine, and then he got back to me and said, oh my goodness, yes, you need to watch these videos. As soon as I heard this sound, I just burst into tears. I was sitting downstairs. I suddenly felt a hand, a massive hand on the side of my face. And I managed to calm down. And I thought, I know that is a Sasquatch. So sometimes they'll be seen and sometimes they won't be seen. And I started to communicate for quite a long time with a particular Sasquatch called Jerry. He arrived in quite a scary way, in that he arrived by, basically, it was this sense that he walked straight through me. I communicate with them on different ways. So one would be telepathy, and then there's what I would call heart speak. It's language that comes over more in emotions rather than actual words. As I'm speaking to you, I'm sensing that they are kind of coming closer. Some of the Sasquatch family are coming closer. On the journey that I've had with them, it's been a lot about changing me and sort of a kind of journey, a transformation of me. Well, what they always say to me is about finding the Sasquatch within. Generally, I found that they are just very caring, very loving people, and they are wanting the best for us as well as human beings.
Do you paint them based on your experiences?
I just paint them from inspiration, I suppose, but also knowledge from the different sort of experiences that other people have had, and you just imagine. I think because there's so many depictions of them in popular culture and media that are just, well, bollocks. The main aspect of it is I love the fact that they're watching you anonymously, which is usually the build-up to any kind of contact. The paintings, I think it's just a fix that you create something because of the obsession. You can do that without having to go out anywhere wild. If you can't go out to the spots, then the best thing is to paint something weird and wonderful. Sometimes when I painted a nice landscape, my wife would say, oh, another ruined by Bigfoot. I don't care. I can't believe I'm speaking to you like this, to be honest, you know? People would think you're absolutely nuts, but it was clear as day. I still don't know if what I saw was Bigfoot. You'd like to say, oh, it's Bigfoot. I've no idea. It could be anything, because there's just a huge plethora of things out there that we just don't understand. Unless, obviously, you're like Gordon, who can confirm what he's not just seeing, but conversing with. But that's obviously something you'd have to speak to him about.
My name's Gordon Dodds. I had my first sort of thought about Bigfoot in 1967 when I saw the Patterson Gimlin. Didn't see a video, it was still that famous female Sasquatch looking backwards. Really, when I was looking at it, I sort of felt she was looking at me. And I found out a guy called Dr. Matthew Johnson, one of the things he was saying about how they can heal. So I said, right, can they heal me? And he said, well, come over and see if they can. I got on a plane to Oregon. What I saw there was just sort of life-changing. So the first night I went to the woods, sat in the woods 2 hours, nothing happened. But the next time I went back, a few days later, I think it was, and that's the first time I saw the sort of 7, 8 foot, 9 foot tall dark shadows with yellow eyes. Something caught my eye, and it was a little juvenile. Juveniles are about 3, 4 foot tall, bright red ruby eyes like fire, like burning fire. Now I don't even see them in that form so much because they don't want to waste energy. You can't accidentally see one. You go and sit in the woods, their home, and you just connect with them. You don't find them, they find you. Please, Ison, please, no, just a little sign you're here would be good. Just say hello to the lads, just shake the bush or something. Please, that would be good. Their name is Janu, that's what they call themselves, X-A-N-U-E, Janu, so that's what Janu is, the forest people. When people join a group, there's 2 questions in our application to the group. One of them is, what do you think Bigfoot are? And I've got to say Bigfoot because it's no good saying what do you think the Janu are, they won't know what I'm talking about. Then there's some, I say, what do you think Bigfoot is? And some people just say, I believe it's a paranormal being that's got amazing powers. Wow, okay, you can join. I did find a juvenile footprint down there once in the mud, but I don't really look for them, to be honest.
How do you know it's one of their footprints?
How? It was just like a perfect footprint of a juvenile about this long, with healing toes and all that lot. The Janu have 3 aims for us. They want us to connect more with each other, connect more with the environment, and connect more with God. But they want us to be human to each other, friendly to each other, which we're not doing at all.
You know, it's almost like you can kind of say, talk to people and say, oh, you know, my great aunt Beryl came through and I had a chat with her, and there's almost a kind of, okay, you know, and there's a sense of a bit more of acceptance of that now. Whereas you start talking about interdimensional, big, hairy people, and there's a little bit kind of, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, not quite there.
I mean, how the hell can you get to the stage where there's hundreds of thousands of stories of people interacting with them? There's lots of evidence and footprints, and people still think they're not real.
Since we spoke last, I've been at my local wood in the dark, whilst my dog and me take a walk and sit down. I've seen lights, and she's raised herself off her hind leg, growling at something close by and watching. I think they're getting closer.
They just expect people to have a warm heart and an open mind and believe that there's something out there.